The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
This week on Review Party, we're going to have some reviews from the internet, places like Google Reviews, Amazon, Yelp, maybe you've heard of them. And then we're going to read those reviews, and then afterwards, if we play our cards right, it could be funny. And that's sort of where the comedy part of the podcast subgenre comes in.
Hip, hip, hip. It's going to be some knee slapping. Going to be some tea drinking.
No, I think that tea drinking is more, that's like The View.
Oh.
We're not really the podcast that spills or drinks tea. I mean, I'm drinking tea literally, but I'm not sipping that tea, you understand?
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
I've got a review that I feel like maybe spills a bit of tea. If I may be so bold.
Please, make a liar out of me.
I've got a Google review for Big Boy in Cadillac, Michigan. It's a restaurant.
Big Boy?
It's just south of Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. So, this place is good.
Right next to Mancino's? How can it not be good? Just by proxy.
This Google review comes to us from Stephanie Fox. That's F-O-X for those of you spellers out there. Stephanie writes, "Worst restaurant I've been to in a long time. Floors were sticky, not swept at all. Under tables were gross. Coleslaw tasted like I was eating out of an ashtray. Then an employee literally grabbed a piece of ice out of the ice bin after picking at his teeth and put the ice in his mouth. When asked if that really just happened, employee was very rude and started arguing with us, saying, 'Yes, I did. So what? I'd put money on it.' The manager came out and let us voice our concerns and cut the bill for us, but quite honestly, we couldn't even finish our food after that. I work in the hospitality industry, and I would never allow an employee to treat a customer the way we were treated today. 1 star.
I would never. Well, good for you, bro. Good for you. Well, guess what? This guy did. And that's icky. That's icky butts. You know what I mean? I don't fucks with people touching their face and then touching a thing that I put in my mouth.
It's a little gross.
That's a little gross. But I don't know, man. You don't think that's happening all over the world all the time?
It's gotta be happening.
It's gotta be happening. And he didn't have to be rude, but I'm guessing you're overreacting.
On this read-through, when I actually spoke it out loud, it occurred to me, it's not quite the loftiest heights that Stephanie is trying to hang her hat on by saying, I would never let an employee treat a customer like this, because I work in hospitality. Like this, it's like saying I would never let my children murder someone because I'm a good parent. Well, yeah, I hope not.
Is it wild to assume that there are murderers that had good parents that, just through some sort of primordial circumstance, they became murder people?
Yeah, mid-stab, they're about like the knife's edge is at your chest, and they say, my mother never would have expected this out. It's not the way she raised me, but here I am.
Yeah, you're saying that she is not confident. She doesn't have enough understanding of the chaos that is the swirling happenstance of the universe. That sometimes things happen that you don't expect.
Yeah.
People act upon dark voices and whims.
Yeah, sometimes the demon frog just crawls out of your throat. Tells you to do all those things you've always wanted to do.
Lick your finger.
Now grab some ice.
Grabs the ice. Delicious.
Demon frog, baby. Mom would never let me do that. Neither would Shelby, the restaurant manager. She'd be like, "No, do it." What can you say to that?
Now use the spatula to scratch your butt.
Oh, that does feel pretty good, though.
Oh, that does hit the spot, demon frog. I've never scratched that crevasse before.
It feels good in that it's satisfying my itch, but it also feels good that I'm being bad. There's a couple of other things with this review that just stick out as weird to me. So the employee saying, "Yes, I did, so what?" But then following up with, "I'd put money on it." Like, if you're caught doing something, you're like, "Yeah, you busted me. I'd put money on it." That is a strange doubling down on being caught.
Bro, I'm guessing that they just kept saying, "You didn't do that." And he was like, "Yeah, yep." I know he did. He was like, "Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I would bet you money
on it,
sir. I would bet money on that shit, sir. I would put $100 on the table if someone asked me to for saying if I did that, because I did, sir or madam."
Okay, yeah.
Whoever the accuser was in this.
Yeah. Stephanie Fox in this case.
Yeah, Stephanie Fox and or Stephanie Fox's husband.
Right. Other section that maybe having worked at famously A&W, you might be able to explain. Stephanie says the floors were sticky, not swept at all. Can both of these things happen? A dusty floor doesn't seem sticky to me, but maybe the dust falls on the sticky. How do you notice it's not swept if it's sticky?
Right. You're saying that a dusty floor requires a broom and a sticky floor requires a mop.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you can only have one problem at a time. Is what you're getting at. I kind of know what you mean. I mean, you should, on a normal day, you'll sweep, get rid of the dirt, and then mop to get rid of the unsweepy dirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if the floors are straight sticky, why even bother with the broom?
You can't sweep stick.
It's stuck on there, bro. What are you sweeping for? You're probably just getting more stuck. Or just kind of swirling the stick around to make it even stronger, strengthening the stick.
Yeah, you're agitating it into little strengthy globules and scum.
Yeah, when you make Rice Krispies, you just don't pour the marshmallow on. You got to work it in there. So yeah, I think you're kind of like right.
Okay,
I know what you mean. There's a point of stickiness where the broom's not just going to cut it. They just need to mop. So I think they're being kind of redundant.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to regrettably admit I kind of know what Stephanie's talking about when she says the coleslaw tasted like eating out of an ashtray. Not that I've ever eaten out of an ashtray, but I've had some stank coleslaw.
I don't even, on the off chance that it is some stank coleslaw, I usually don't even try coleslaw at restaurants.
Why do they even bother giving it? It is never as good as you want it to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I look at that iceberg lettuce and the mayonnaise and I say, you know what? I'll do just fine with this hot plate of fries here. Whatever else I got going on.
Yeah, honestly, life is too short to waste it on whatever coleslaw is.
Who goes to like a restaurant or a supper club, a steakhouse, whatever, and they get their options of sides, and at those types of establishments they got to whip out a whole scroll to tell you about every side they got, right? There's a baked potato, soups, salads, fries of all kinds, julienned, crinkled, waffled, mashed, all types of potatoes, beans, carrot. There's so many. Who is picking coleslaw? And on top of that,
sick person.
Yeah, who's excited for coleslaw? Who's going to their favorite restaurant and,
Brother.
oh boy, I can't wait for that side of coleslaw.
Now,
No.
potentially, at a barbecue joint, it might be okay, but few and far between.
It might be okay, but better than the cornbread and the baked beans.
Some mac and sneeze.
Some sneezed
Not a
mac?
chance.
I think not. Especially if there's bacon bitties in that mac. I've had enough of these people.
Do you have a review?
Yes, I do. Since we went non-product, I will go product.
Product me up.
There must be balance in the force. This is an Amazon review. Hedora scooter for adults, folding adult scooter, adjustable height, scooters for teens, 12 years and up. Kick scooter for outdoor use, lightweight, durable for all, aluminum frame.
Kick that scooter.
It's a big, like, adult man type scooter.
Okay.
This one's from Tom. He says, great for big guys. He writes, we bought this for our son to use for getting across the college campus more quickly. He's a big fella and needed something with a higher weight capacity. This scooter has worked very well for him so far. It folds up conveniently and easily fits in the back of his car for transport to and from campus. Once on said campus, he is able to quickly navigate back and forth between classes. It folds up small enough that he just sets it on the floor beside him while in class. I had to take it for a spin just for fun. It rolls smoothly across the cracks in the sidewalk. The size of the footbed seems adequate for adult-sized feet. I'm planning to buy a second one for running errands in the neighborhood. 5 stars.
Everybody hates this kid, right? I feel safe saying that. Everybody hates this kid. They're like, what's with that weirdo bringing his scooter into the
He
classroom?
brought the scooter. Listen, you know, we did not go to a big school. Our campus was not hard to navigate.
10 minutes end to end. Maybe 15 if you got a headwind.
Right.
Which you often did, I guess.
And we still had the longboarders, the scooteries, you know, but I feel like at a bigger campus where you really got to hoof it, you know, there might be public transit involved.
Yeah.
You gotta let people go. But I'd rather see if I sat down next to somebody or they sat down next to me and they had to sit something down in the aisle that they used to get here. I'd rather see a longboard than a scooter.
Let me see that board, bro.
100 times out of 10.
Because what are you going to talk about to the homie on the left who's got a scooter?
Who's got a scooter? What? The scooter and the khaki shorts.
So, yeah, I remember I hurt my ankle on a razor. Not because I fell off, because I tried to do the sick spin thing and it just whipped right on my ankle.
The dude with this scooter would be like, yeah, I never had a razor.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I didn't have one of those. Dude's got a skateboard. You're like, Pro Skater 2 or Pro Skater 3. And he's like, soundtrack, dude. Obviously Pro Skater 2. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Someone who has this, you know, and we're making a lot of generalizations, and that's what comedy's all about.
You might call him hasty, but let's not
Let's
not be
throw
hasty
them out
here.
there. You know, we're saying what you're all thinking. You see someone with these scooters, their personality is either dweeb or so milquetoast it hurts. In your choices of getting across campus easily and quickly, you pick the khaki short man scooter.
There's not much that's beneath that, to be honest.
Right. Either you are such a dork that you thought that one was the cool pick, or you're just such a practical, boring person that you thought that was the go-to.
Yeah, you're the New Balance and white socks buddy on the floor. Sorry to say, but you're already a dad at the ripe age of 20.
Not only, they're not the New Balance. Yes, that is apt and funny. But let me take it a step beyond. They're beyond New Balance and white socks. They're boat shoes, no socks, khakis, plain polo.
Oh, plain.
The the buzz with the comb over cut.
Okay.
And the half framed glasses.
Yeah, they think they're a bit suavecito here.
They're so clean. They're like white bread with the butter scooted all across.
Just get some Heelys at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
I might have ironic respect for you if you're sporting some Heelys down Campus Drive.
The Heelys is like, holy shit, that dude just took off on some Heelys.
And roller skates, be like, okay, you need some coordination for those. And also, wow, you're suddenly like, you appear to be taller and majestic.
People that are roller skating, they always, maybe it's just when I was born, the media I was forced to consume by corporate America when I was growing up. But people that are still rocking rollerblades are kind of badass.
So cool. Yeah.
I kind of wouldn't want to fuck with someone on some rollerblades. They got the backwards hat. Oh, boy.
It's too sick. It probably even cooler if they got like elbow pads too. You're like, they're about to tussle with the ground.
Yeah.
They're ready for a fight.
This person falls down on those things? Holy woof. I couldn't do that.
Look, there's a gazelle going by on a scooter, slow and steady, with a beanie
big,
that's
stupid smile on their face.
A beanie that's on in the middle of July.
Yeah. Imagine though, back to the Heelys.
Yeah.
We're never leaving the Heelys. You made a mistake. Like outside of like an academic building, there'll always be a congregate of smokers.
Yes.
The designated smoking spot for that building. And in college, it's always so funny because it'll be some 57-year-old chain smoking philosophy professor with like 3 teeth.
Yes.
Who wears like a cool suit. And then like a bunch of like philosophy students and history students that are going to be that guy in 30 years.
It's like the evolution of man. You can see it.
Yeah. And then imagine seeing that, glancing at that group, and one of them nonchalantly turns around, cigarette still hanging from lip, and just tilts the ankle back and flies away on the old Heelys.
Suddenly newfound respect has dawned on the group of smokers.
Smoking with Heelys on, that's just comedy right there. Smoking, forget chewing gum and dribbling a basketball. Can you Heely and smoke a cigarette at the same time?
You gotta keep it at an even pace, otherwise that sucker will flame out, I imagine.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of dexterity. It's smoking cigarettes, killing yourself slowly is already very cool. But add the sort of awkward danger that is Heelys. See, the laissez-faire uncare for culture and its ironies and lack thereof, and a cigarette. Then a motherfucker doesn't care more than smoking a cigarette and heeling down the road, I don't think. If the Big Lebowski was made today, he would definitely rock some Heelys.
Oh, yeah.
Not one of these fucking scooters.
Ugh, yeah. Gonna have to get... What kind of errands are you running around your neighborhood that a scooter is... Get a bicycle. You ever heard of one of those?
Mm-hmm. Bicycle and a backpack. Those are fast, quick, efficient.
Don't look like a nerd.
Fun. Don't look like a nerd. So we've talked about bicycles. We've talked about Heelys. We've talked about longboards.
Get a wheelbarrow, for Pete's sake. I don't care.
What do you think about the mini boards? You ever see those? The skateboards that are just really small?
Yeah, little like rocket-shaped suckers.
Mm-hmm.
If you can rock it, then rock it away.
Sure.
I'm not going to be mad. That thing practically fits in your backpack. That's cool. What else you got in there? You probably got all sorts of secrets I never even heard of. You got a skateboard that fits in there.
When someone whips one of those out, I always think like, holy shit, Legos are getting pretty advanced these days.
It's just, it's like a little magic trick. Look at him go.
A party trick, if you will. Do you have a review, sir?
I do. I have an Amazon review for the Johnsonville Sizzling Sausage Electric Indoor Grill.
Oh.
By Johnsonville.
That guy.
It's a little sausage griddle. It's got space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sausages. Got a review here from Coran_63_horn. They title their review, Perfect Sausages Every Time. And write, born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is Sausageville. We drink beer and eat sausages. I have a routine. I boil the sausages, then warm up my gas grill, throw the sausages on the lower rack, watching, rotating. Then I clean the grill, then clean the stainless steel pot I boil them in. It's an hour to an hour and a half process. It's tedious in my household of 2 to cook 4 sausages, so it's only done 8 or so times a year. Saw the commercial, came to Amazon, glimpsed the reviews, and ordered. 3 minutes prep to clean the griddles, 12 minutes to cook, 5 minutes to clean the gunk off the griddle and put away. Dear Lord, this is how sausages were meant to be enjoyed. The only real con is no grill marks. However, that is easily offset by a perfectly crisp skin around the entire sausage. No worry of undercooking, no worry of overcooking, and I don't have to watch it or worry about spurting juices causing a flaming flare-up on the grill. No standing outside. I agree. Like, oh, something going on over there. No standing outside in unbearable summer humidity or bitter winter chill. If ever a product were invented that I needed but never knew I needed, this is it. Having said all that, $99 for a George Foreman for sausages? Ridiculously overpriced. It's a $50 item. American company Johnsonville making an American-made grill? Nope. This product clearly states in the manual it's made in the People's Republic of China. Harumph. But if you're a Midwesterner who eats brats, Italians, etc., the $99 price tag saves a whole heck more time and cost, natural gas, propane/charcoal, in just 1 year span. Here's to never again having to eat a microwaved sausage grilled a prior day. Smiley face. 5 stars.
I wanted to know what the rate of sausage per year cooked, how much it increased, what was that hike?
That would be really useful information. Going from, 8 times a year cooking 4
8
sausages?
Times a year. Twice a month. No. Less than that. Not even twice a month.
Not even once a month.
You're not even grilling sausages up once a month, my guy?
Every month and a half. If my math's right.
I'm not sure his was. It seemed kind of ass-pull, to be honest, but
4 sausages, 8 times a year. That's 32 sausages only? That's barely a month of sausage for a whole year. Oh.
As much talk of there was of sausage making and sausages, homie didn't mention their preferred sausage accoutrement. Are they slapping this in a bun?
Just eating it sort of with some caramelized onions on the plate?
Yeah, we eating caramelized onions? Are we wiener in hand as though banana?
You just hiding it in a pile of sauerkraut?
It's like finding a needle in the haystack. If the hay was made of sauerkraut and the needle was a giant sausage.
It doesn't take very long, but hey, it's a delicious game.
You've heard of the most dangerous game. Now try the most delicious game.
Brought to you by Johnsonville.
Johnsonville, which isn't the Milwaukee sausage, by the way.
Yeah, Johnsonville, there's like Pennsylvania or something like that.
I know there's a plant in Wisconsin, but Clements is the Milwaukee sausage.
Clements, eh?
Mm-hmm. It is the Clements sausage race every 7th inning at the Brewer Stadium.
But of course.
The Clements sausage races. I used to know the whole jingle. Dang. It's been a while since I've been down to the old Miller Park. But what I will say about eating sausage is I don't know. I forgot.
What I will say about eating sausage is that this guy is too wimpy to go outside in some summer humidity or chilly winter to properly cook. Okay, properly cook. Who's calling properly? But to cook sausages how they were meant to be cooked on a grill.
I mean, I do love for you parboil them in beer and then finish on the grill. I'm down. But bro, it don't take me like a half hour to clean the pot that I beer boil. That's like a rinse and a swipe. You know what I mean?
There can't be that much in there.
There's not a lot of elbow grease required to clean that pan.
I think this man is misplaced in the country. He does not belong in the Midwest. He's not hardy enough. I don't know where he belongs particularly, but if he can't stand the humidity or the winters, he doesn't know how to clean or say that's good enough. I'm just going to make more sausages next week so the pot's clean enough.
To me, being a man in the Midwest and having a shoveled path just to your grill, that is a mark of pride.
Not to lean too closely into strange toxic masculinity, but yeah, that's a move. You got you got your coat on, your little hood up, you look foolish, but when you come back inside smelling like sausage glory, everyone's like, "Thanks, Dad."
You look foolish until you get a big plate full of weenies.
Yeah, you got 20 wieners stacked on a plate. Like, oh, dang, thanks, Dad.
Heck yeah, Dad. I don't even need a bun, Dad. I'm just gonna banana that sucker.
You bought a watermelon? How expensive is that this time of year? We're grilling out, aren't we? Like,
an $800 watermelon? Wow, Dad.
They had to import it from Chile.
That's more than my PS5, Dad. That's amazing.
Yeah,
you want to go enjoy some watermelon and weenies?
I would love to.
Let's take a break.
Ooh. There's a flare up. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is a Brent segment. Let's go. It's okay, bud. You'll be back.
I will survive.
I'm not. I am not determined enough to do one of these every week. I will tell you that much. This one was pretty painless, though. Now we're fired up. I have for us a bare knuckle letterboxing.
Ting, ting.
Bare knuckle letterboxing is the segment where we get a bunch of reviews from Letterboxd, the movie review / social media website, where movie reviews and social media become one. They kiss. Where increasingly more and more people are putting full review here at the end of their reviews.
Oh, lame-os.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. Maybe it was just because this week, spoiler, I got a pretty hot off the presses movie here. So, there's not quite as much cream to rise to the top. A lot of the self-promoting to sort through. But I did it for y'all. I got the good ones. No link to the whole review. Free, certified. These are all reviews for reviews' sake, I tell you. And they are reviews from Letterboxd for Ant-Man Quantumanium, bro. Is that what the hell it's called?
That's what it's called.
Yeah, quantum realm mania, big quantum moment, whatever. It's a new Ant-Man.
Big Q,
I haven't
bro.
seen it yet.
Me either.
We got some reviews for it, and I thought they'd be funny. Because I've seen some mixed reviews, so I thought, go to the funny place where they're mixed, and they'll be pretty good. This first one, I was going to save this one for last, but I think it's just as funny first. By Pepe Rulioba. They title it, "It took me 31 films, but hey, I finally started to emphasize with Scorsese."
Oh, no.
Scorsese, who famously said, MCU is a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The Film Drunk says, "Very rude of Ant-Man to keep getting in Jonathan Majors' way. Just let him do what he wants." 2.5 stars. Jonathan Majors, of course, playing Kang the Conqueror.
The villain.
24 Frames of Nick says, "First movie of the year, and it fucking sucked." 2 stars.
2 stars, I was expecting less.
Jonathan Majors was in it. That's worth a star right there. Victoria says, "I didn't expect to see Humpty Dumpty's ass in this." 2.5 stars.
I am so curious now.
This is like a half spoiler, but the other villain besides Kang is MODOK.
Oh, that guy. Yeah,
the guy. Yeah, the head
man
with the little feet. I'm guessing that's Humpty Dumpty, and I'm guessing you know, according to Victoria, you see his whole ass.
See a little brain booty or whatever.
See a little booty brain. Maggie Lovett says, "Kang can conquer me." 3.5 stars. Zach said, "This looks so much like the Spy Kids movies that I honestly expected to see the Dinkster show up and say his iconic line, 'Somebody ring the Dinkster?' 1 star.
Those movies are so awful."
Kevin Slane says, "An extra 0.5 star for the sheer number of times Michael Douglas says the word ants." 2.5 stars.
He's a renowned actor, that man.
Huge.
Been in the
guy.
game decades.
And he's saying ants a lot. Ants. This one's from Chris. "If it was just Michelle Pfeiffer as herself fighting Kang, I would have given it 5 stars. Just thinking about it makes me a little antsy." 2 stars. Lucas here says, "No one does mid quite like Marvel." Hard eyes emoji. 2.5 stars.
Oh.
Yeah, that one hurts a little. Oh, or, "I will defend this movie with my life. I don't give a fuck. I had fun." Triumph nose, what nose blowing out air emoji. Jonathan Majors is truly spectacular in this. 4 stars. Sophie Holsinger doesn't share the sentiment. She says, "I hope Kang kills every last Avenger." 1 star. Vantiha says, "I would let Jonathan Majors stomp the shit out of my face for 2 hours straight." 2.5 stars.
How does that compare to the runtime of the movie?
Probably pretty similar,
Pretty
I'd
close.
imagine. And finally, Titty Twister. They simply say, "Phase shit," except the S is a 5 because it's Phase 5. 1 star. So that's Ant-Man. I have no idea how good the movie is now. Not any more than when I began. So I think it was a successful segment.
Yes, agreed. It hasn't swayed me one way or the other.
Right. I still want or don't want to see Ant-Man just as much as before I read these reviews. Perfect. Do you have a review?
I do. Let's see. Do you want one of a thing that people watch or a thing that people visit?
I'm good either way.
Okay. I'm thinking a thing that people visit. Why not, man? Go for it, man. This is a Google review of Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. It's a national monument. What do you want from me? You know what it is. This is in Utah.
Big stairs.
It's a big old rock that people climb on. S-Dring2 writes, if you want a place you can explore for weeks on end and rarely see another soul, this is it. It's got everything from slots, arches, ruins, and even an underground coal fire if you know where to look. This is a place I return to year after year. If you do seek that coal fire out, the ground is very unstable, and if you fall in one of those fiery pits, you will die. 5 stars.
So this is like a bridge to Terabithia, like a secret garden situation.
You might get more than you bargained for, is what S-String is saying, yeah.
There's a secret portal to some sort of Uruk-hai summoning circle in the bottom of this thing.
It's a bit Temple of Doom in certain places, just beyond your toes.
There's ice flows of lava and fire that if you fall down, no green screen, a white little outline around you like Indiana Jones is going to save you. You die.
No,
you're not Indiana Jones falling into the lava. You are Lord of the Rings, Return of the King falling into the lava. But not just one ring, but your 2 nuts, bro. You're dead.
I did it really need to be said?
That if you fall in a fire pit, you die?
FYI, everybody. If you fall in the fiery pits, spoiler, you're going to die.
Yeah, it's sort of like when a video game tutorial over-explains, like, don't touch those spikes. You explode, like in every other game that's ever been made. That's sort of, he's doing like that, over-explaining by IRL. Don't trip and fall, you might break your ankle.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. The same thing that'll happen every place I trip and fall.
Oh yeah, don't make sure to eat food at least, probably the day of or at least the day before you go climbing, or you might die from malnourishment. This kind of thing you gotta do. Make sure to breathe in and out through your nose or mouth.
It's a good tip, thanks.
While you're climbing up and down this bad boy.
Thumbs up, helpful.
Thumbs up. The thing about your thumbs is you can use those to pick things up. Yeah, that's why humans are so evolved and good. We got those thumbs. They're not just for showing approval, my guy.
Maybe I'm being a jerk. Maybe this really helped some people. Hey, John, look at that fire pit there, Johnny. Why don't you get in there? We're going to take a picture of you, Johnny. Get in that fire pit. Oh, wait, hang on. I read a Google review about this.
Johnny falls in the fire pit. As soon as he touches the fire, he just spontaneously combusts.
Just like a lemming. There's a little right. like a little Pikmin ghost.
Just a puff of brimstone smoke. He's in a better place now.
As soon as your little rear end touches that fiery pit.
Lemmings. I'm just thinking about the game Lemmings and how all those little critters die.
Yeah.
What a funny game. When you accidentally funnel them off the side of a cliff into the water.
This is a good spot for some dynamite. It'll be fine. There's going to be a couple of some collateral damage here, but you dynamite too much.
Yeah, it's very much a game of you want to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs. But sometimes, you're trying to break a few eggs and a whole semi-truck with crates of eggs falls off a cliff.
You open a chasm and lead your lemmings down into a fiery pit of death.
But you never hit restart level right then. You got to watch.
They march towards their demise.
The carnage that you have wrought.
There's that one guy who's stopping traffic. He's still good. He's looking back and
the
forth.
dude put arms outstretched both ways, shaking his head no.
Yeah.
Those guys are chilling.
A couple of guys he made into a staircase. They're just hanging on.
Brothers, cast yourself into stone. We will be here for millennia.
That's a rough shake.
We will see many perish by the pit of fire upon our watch.
But then eventually, yes, you give in. You hit that nuclear option. Nuclear option. And you just have them go.
Oh, where they all just pop.
Yeah.
That's why no one's on this mountain. Someone hit the pop all lemmings button. That's why there's so much room.
Yeah, you got them. That is, yeah. It's a great place to be alone. You don't need no other souls.
Yeah, have you tried buying a house, bro? Trying an apartment?
You could be alone in there all day if you want.
Sort of the point. You're paying for it, dude. Don't you have a house? Go there and be alone. When I want to be alone, outside is the opposite of where I go. But anyway, I got a Ben Affleck movie review.
Oh boy, is it Gigli? Is it?
No, it's not Jiggly.
Is it?
This one you'd be here for a while because I don't even really remember this one.
Is it that Christmas?
This one is
movie?
as generic as it gets. It's got John Hamm in it.
Okay, I don't know.
It's called The Town.
Oh, okay.
It's from 2010. Amazon describes it. A bank robber falls in love with a former robbery hostage and decides he wants out of the life. With the feds closing in, he must choose betray his friend or lose the woman he loves.
Okay.
Ben Affleck plays a guy who wears like red Adidas jackets.
All right.
Amazon customer. We know them, we love them. They title their review, Never Cared for Afflect. But this is a good film. They write, didn't give it the 5th star because some things they tell you about prison will make your skin crawl. Most adults understand that prison is hell on earth, don't need to be clobbered over the head with it. But aside from that, good story with great action and compelling characters that will make you like them despite being unapologetic criminals. Affleck actually plays the toned down guy in this, which is a nice change. 4 stars.
My teeth are gritted. We've had book reviews like this. The whole, well, I really didn't like how the story revealed things to me. I wish it didn't tell. I know.
I wish ideas were not put in my imagination and head by these moving pictures on the screen.
This doesn't need to open any doors. I don't need to be affected by a movie to enjoy it.
When you go out and talk to your friends, do you talk about how people in prison rape each other? I don't think so.
We all know. It's an unspoken agreement. We all know.
I'm thinking about it all damn day. You don't gotta remind me.
What a poor life you must lead if you're sitting at home just avoiding all the conversations of prison rape. Those conversations are out there. You can't hide from them forever.
You know, you don't have soap. You don't have soap on a rope. You gotta have the gel bottle. You gotta have body wash. you have the dispenser on the wall of the body wash that you refill.
Just in case.
Yeah, dropping or not dropping the soap isn't even a conversation.
It's never going to be an issue.
Right, it's not even on your periphery at all as planned.
But you don't have a complex. You're not paranoid.
There are no metal bars in your house.
I'm just tormented. My brain is racked by thoughts of prison life.
Yeah, it's just... It makes me kind of sad. I mean, do these people just ostrich syndrome, all suffering there is in the world, and get mad whenever anyone mentions it?
I watched Schindler's List, and it was a little bit on the nose with all of the death?
We all know the Holocaust happened. You don't have to remind me.
Adults know it
Boy
happened.
in the striped pajamas.
I really don't think that was necessary.
I read the Diary of Anne Frank, and she would not stop bitching about the Holocaust. I was trying to read a book, lady.
You know, I went to see The Miracle Worker, and I have to say it was a little heavy-handed with how they treated her being blind and deaf and...
We all know she was. You don't have to remind us.
No, we do.
I saw the Abraham Lincoln movie, and I thought the performances were fantastic. But what's with all that shit about the slavery?
Now, I didn't know he was a vampire hunter. This information was new to me, so I appreciate that take on the story.
But they talked about his pencil beard all the time. I already know that Abraham Lincoln had a funny beard. You do not have to remind me.
And he died? I know he died. Thank you. Adults know this fact.
I know that Abraham Lincoln was shot. You did not have to remind me in a movie about his life. It was a movie about his life, not his death. I didn't sign up for some gore porn.
I spend hours a day trying to forget that Abraham Lincoln is dead.
And I thought this brim would be a wonderful reminder that he is alive within all of us.
But alas, I was reminded that he is dead.
And now I must fulfill my mission of revenge against all of the descendants of John Wilkes Booth. They're strapping up with bandoliers and knives and weaponry.
Oh yeah, that equipment montage.
Mm-hmm. And they're gonna go out and right the world's wrongs. Judge, you don't need to remind me that I murdered 20 people, all right? I already knew that.
I know. And don't tell me what's going to happen to me in prison. I know. I'm an adult.
I know. I watched The Town by Ben Affleck. All right, I think that's enough review party goofiness for this week. I'm trying to get serious here. And I'm serious about thanking you, the listener, for making it to the end of this episode. Welcome to the Real Ones Club. We got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right, hashtag Tuesday Reviews Day. If you'd like to send in an absurd review for us to make some funny haha over, send a hyperlink to the review to reviewparty.com at gmail.com and include your name. We would love to give you some credit for it.
If you want to reach out to us on the social media platforms that you use, if it's Instagram or TikTok, you can find us at reviewparty.com. If it's Twitter, you can find us at reviewpartypod. If it's internet, you can find us at www.reviewparty.com, where you can find every single episode, all different listening platforms. If the ones you got is like, yes, I hate how Spotify doesn't pay anybody, I'm going to use something else. Go for it. Oh, that's your choice. That's your prerogative. We don't care what you listen on as long as you listen again and again. There's also the blog and the shop and the newsletter sign up and just tons of stuff you can just stare at for time endless.
Time after time.
Boom, 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 boom,
I'd also like to remind you to subscribe, follow, whatever the button is on where you listen to podcasts, hit it. It's a huge help to us.
We love it.
We love it. It's huge help to you getting reminded on a lot of those apps on when our thing comes out. Spotify has a lovely little reminder, phone reminder, very non-intrusive. If you hit the bell on the Spotify app, Apple Podcast does as well. Hey. So yeah, pop those on. Hit the bell, hit the listen, hit the subscribe, all that juicy stuff. That helps us out a ton. And if you like music and you want to help yourself to some, I would suggest the Nosebleeds. You've heard their song, Bread for Breakfast, throughout the episode. They let us use it, and we put it in our episode, and we go, wow, that's a good song. Nosebleeds. I got a Amazon review to finish us out here, sir. This is a Amazon review for the 53-gallon portable rainwater tank Collapsible rainwater collection system, storage container, water collector barrels, include 2 spigots and an overflow kit. Comes with 25 garden labels. It's a big rain collector drum.
Portable.
It's portable. If anything, that's 53 gallons is portable. I guess it is. This review is from Doe Smith. They write, fantastic, brilliant. They write, really great and easy to set up and worked brilliantly. My neighbors came over to inspect and compliment. 5 stars.
That's a nice bucket, Daryl.